Hello people, it's me, Waifu Belector, the only fair human on Earth, and it turns out Xbox will continue to indeed have a box for longer than it may have seemed. Because we finally got Phil Spencer and company addressing the Xbox exclusivity rumors, rumors that every goddamn Xbox exclusive on the face of the earth was possibly gonna start going to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. A rumor that wasn't all that far-fetched, even the wildest version of that fucking rumor. If we imagine that Xbox was gonna come out and announce that the series consoles were their final consoles and they're just gonna pull a Sega and go full third party, that isn't tough to believe, honestly. But that is not what is happening, not yet anyway. What's actually happening is actually much smaller and a pretty normal thing to do. Phil revealed to us that 4 previously Xbox exclusive games would be going multi-platform. That's it, just 4. And from the sound of things, they aren't incredibly huge ones. And I say from the sound of things because he didn't say what the 4 games actually are, which is dumb. Like, I don't really agree with the coyness on display, it feels unnecessary, but whatever. He said 4 games, and he told us that none of them are Starfield or Indiana Jones, so that's something. He was also being very coy and tap dancey about hints and details surrounding the 4 multi-plat games, but he said a couple of them were longer standing service games and that others were never really meant to be held up as exclusives at all, but were more of a testament of how Xbox supports creators. So to me, it seems like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush are a lock. That's what it sounded like was being described. Could be wrong, but that's what the hell it sounded like to me. And if that is the case, then that would line up with the oldest of these Xbox rumors. As for what the other 2 remaining games are, I don't even know. Maybe like Ori or some shit, who knows? We'll see when it happens. And by the way, Phil's reasoning for not telling us what the games are was that each of the studios probably has their own rollout plan and reveals. But honestly, I think it's kind of silly. This was as good a stage as any to just say it. I don't think an old game appearing on a new platform is really all that worthy of its own announcement, honestly. But whatever. Phil also said specifically that these 4 games are not a signal that everything is going multi-plat. But even after this podcast, insiders are still saying that multiple other Xbox games like Gears, Halo, and Doom are being considered for this multi-platformication. The key word being considered. So these 4 games aren't a signal, but maybe they can be depending on the success of this endeavor. It's probably a wait and see situation for Xbox. Phil even mentioned in the podcast using flagship Xbox titles on other platforms to bolster interest in Xbox. So it definitely seems like a wait and see strategy. Anyway though, after addressing what everyone wanted to hear get addressed, Phil and company continued talking about the future of Xbox in multiple capacities, and it wasn't completely uninteresting. And in there, they made it very fucking clear that this is not their final goodbye, this is not their Sega moment, and that we're years away from that moment if it's gonna come at all. Now personally, I still think it is gonna come, but I always felt like it was gonna be years and years down the line, like within the next decade. But when these rumors came up, I thought it might be possible that Armageddon had come early. And I say Armageddon, but that's just for shits and giggles, I honestly don't think it would be a bad thing for Xbox to exit the hardware game. I don't really see it as a problem. I mean, if they did, they'd just turn into what? The largest, most prominent third-party distributor in gaming? Granted, they already are that, but with their full focus diverted to that, we might just see all of the gaming industry get better all around. Who the hell knows? Still though, they have chosen to stick around a bit longer, and that's also cool. I really don't have a dog in this fight. I own an Xbox, but it's not my main way to game, so I'm pretty cool with whatever. If they want to keep putting games on the Xbox, I'll play them. But I'm sure that mentality to keep putting games on Xbox will stop, even if it's not stopping now. I think it'd be cool to be wrong about that though. It'd be cool if in 5 to 7 years Xbox wasn't gone and just goes the opposite way and is the top dog. That would be cool. I mean, I'm just saying, a change is gonna come. And the change, the evolution, that's the exciting bit to me. That's what I'm here to witness. Things come and go. And how they come and go is the fun part. And so I'll say this. I like where Xbox is in terms of potential. Where they stand at this point in time is not the greatest in the present, but what their position implies about the possibilities of their future is great, if you ask me. I just think that they have yet to fully commit to a single path. Although they're leaning toward the Sega path plus Game Pass and cloud shit, they aren't fully committed to it just yet. I think they want to be completely sure that they've taken this whole hardware console thing as far as it can go. Or there is the possibility that they're simply using the console road as a vehicle to get to the Sega Game Pass path. You know, just keeping the console afloat until Game Pass and cloud gaming becomes a more de facto norm. But who really knows? That's just my 2 cents. Go ahead and give your 2 cents, drop it in the comments. What the fuck do you think? Let me know, I want to hear it. That's all from me though. Please like and subscribe if for some reason you enjoyed this. And until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I play Xbox sometimes. Goodbye.